What would you like to say to Debbie?
I met her when she was 50.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it was a long time before she even knew about us, and when
oh,
we
that's
met her
right.
on the beach.
Gosh, she don't seem 50 yet, though. She
I
only
know.
seems like a 28 or something,
Yeah, she's
I'm
very
not
young looking.
exaggerating. She's very young looking, and the
She
last time
is.
I saw her here, she's really beautiful, and she looked like she was going out for Miss America contest. She could do that,
She
She could
could.
still do it. You could do
Yeah.
it too. We could get Wendy in there. Probably all three of you, at least. Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Susie's beautiful too. I mean, all the girls are beautiful in the family,
They
They all
are.
got. And I had a guy tell me that when I was at Eric's wedding out at Lake, whatever it was, and
Mm-hmm.
some guys come up there and said, "All your daughters are beautiful." I thought that was pretty cool, but then I thought he was kind of like overstepping it. I was watching out for him. That was silly, funny, but.
You were being protective.
Well, my mind is just flipped out. I think getting crazier and older you get, the nuttier I get.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's pretty much what I think about her. She seems like she's so brave, you know, to have gone through all this reunion and all this stuff. Gee, wow, what a brave, brave young lady. Brave. Ooh. And then she's so smart. Every, everybody, an awful lot of people in the family is calling her and asking her about certain things, and they're playing games with her over the internet, I hear, and all kinds of things. They've all really pretty much all taken a real liking to her, and gosh, she's really a wonderful person.
Yeah.
That's about what I got to say to her, except she sure got a beautiful greenhouse there and a nice husband and all that. Boy, she's...
And those ducks.
And no ducks?
The ducks.
Oh, yeah, she's got ducks. And I love that. She told me about ducks, got me hooked on duck eggs, and now I don't have probably time to eat very many duck eggs, but how big and good they are. So I
Mm-hmm.
advise everybody to eat duck eggs because Debbie said so, and she's the
Yeah.
wise one. So listen to her
Yes,
because
she is.
she's the older sister. So
Yeah.
you know that's what I got to say about Debbie.
And what do you want to say to Wendy?
I won't say Wendy. She's the second oldest, right? So
Yeah, she is.
she's very, very smart. She got the whole family back together like that was
She did.
completely hid out and spread out and impossible. It'd take a major detective to figure all that out. And I
She
don't know if
did.
they ever could, because there was too
Yeah.
many people clammed up and said none of your business and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame any of them, but it's I'm glad that they failed and that she got together with us because it sure made a big difference, and the whole family. And it made Debbie really happy too,
Yeah.
and that's the important part. All of a sudden she's got a bunch of family she didn't know nothing about, and she's just a big, wonderful, happy, extension of the family, she's
Mm-hmm.
just really a great person. And hope she goes to heaven.
Oh, she will. You've got to get up there and shine all of our halos.
You know, I think I started talking about Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I switched to Debbie.
That's okay.
Now, that was okay.
It's okay.
I think it means
It's all right.
my brain is slipping a little bit, but that's okay. Where did I finish off with Wendy?
Bringing the family together and how
Oh,
wonderful that
yeah,
was.
yeah. Wow,
How
she's
she's been a detective, finding everyone and
yeah,
bringing them together
that's right.
and making the family whole and complete again.
Yeah, she's a real champion. And she's got tenacity, and she's got beauty, and she's got, boy, she knows a lot that seems like nobody else knows. You know, she can do things that seems like nobody else can do. So
She's tough.
she's tough. Amen. She's really tough. And really a good lady. And
Yeah.
she's got beautiful, beautiful children.
Yeah.
And they're all
Excuse
really
me.
great children. AJ, he's a great guy, and Nathan, he's a great guy, getting ready to have another baby.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, you know, it's such a pleasure having them all around. You know.
Yes.
Wow. That's just.
They're going to carry on your genes.
Yeah.
Carry on the family.
Yeah. I'm gonna have some more great grandchildren or grandchildren. I'm not sure anymore what I'm having there, but I know Sonny Boy. He's great grandchildren #1.
Yes, he's number one. And boy, is he a handsome little guy.
Oh gosh.
He looks a lot like Nathan. And Nathan looks a lot like Wendy. And Wendy looks a lot like you. So he's carrying on your genes.
Yeah, and so he's so good at so many things, and he's such in a good mood, you know, all the time, and he's so talented at a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And, he's a real. He's like he's not a shy kid, you know. For being that little, he should have been a little bit shy of me, I would think, you know, with a long hanging beard, you know, looked like some kind of pirate or something, you know. But he was just always really a nice and smart child, you know. And now I guess Nathan's going to have a little girl, is that right?
A little girl,
And,
yes.
that's going to shake Nathan up quite a bit. That's gonna
Yeah.
shake him up and shape him up.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will.
Yeah, but he's taking it, and he's doing really good, and he's got a beautiful lady there. So,
Yes, Jessica, she's gorgeous.
yeah, she is, and boy, it's gonna be a good thing, a good time. I think everybody's gonna benefit from that addition to the family too. You know,
And through them, you live on forever. It's amazing how that works.
yeah, it certainly is. It's beautiful. Yep.
Now, what would you like to say to Sean?
Oh, to Shawnee, I like to say, I love you, Shawnee. You're a champion young man, you know, a champion beyond champions. It's practically like Superman. I always feel like, you know, I could ask him any question, you know, and he knows the answers somewhere along the line. He's read about it, or, you know, to be an aircraft mechanic, you gotta be super smart in my mind, and
Yeah.
to be to get as far as he got, you know, and it's just amazing, you know. And so I just hope he just succeeds in everything. He's, you know, it seems like he has pretty well succeeded in everything he's attempted to do, you know. Now he's got some kind of job coming up I'm gonna be praying about, you know. And I think he's gonna get it, you know. That'll be really good too. He deserves a really good job out there, you know, because
Yeah.
he's a hard worker. He's a good worker, and he's an honest worker. All that, you know. He give you your 8 hours worth every time. And, just a sweetheart, you know. And he's such a sweetheart that I think he kind of tries to hide some of it, because he's so nice, you know, that, I don't know, maybe like he thinks he's too nice or something, because he's one of them givers, you know, like you're a giver, and Roxanne's a giver, and Sean's a giver. I mean, real givers give you everything, you know. Sean give me this wheel, not wheel, but he give me
this
this
great
rocking
chair.
I'm sitting in.
Yeah.
It's the only way I could sleep all this time since I got this cancer serious, you know. I tried sleeping in a lot of ways, you know. I couldn't sleep anyway, no kind of way. But he brought this chair, and boy, I just sit in it, and I just zonked out, and it's been wonderful ever since. I've had a good night every single time.
That's
So
great. Thanks
he
to
always
Sean.
comes, yeah,
Thanks
he
to
always
Sean.
comes up with something to, he figures out things like Wendy figures out things in her field, and Roxanne in her field, and you in your field, and everybody got good figuring going on, sort of. They got everybody's like a super specialist in certain fields, and if you all take advantage of each other, and ask each other questions, that you don't know the answers to, well, you'll be way ahead because this family's got all the answers. If you need a detective, if you need, somebody to give you everything they got, whatever, we got them all. Somebody to fix your airplane, whatever, your bus, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, so beautiful.
that's wonderful. What do you want to say to Roxanne?
Oh gosh, she's just so wonderful. She's just like I moved here and she moved me right into her bedroom, which is like a palace, and she feed me and treat me like a king, and it just so wonderful, that kind of stuff makes me want to cry. The way she's treated me right off the bat, like as a king of some kind.
You
A
are the
real
King
king,
Bob.
but like a real king, already nominated, and shoot, she made it so good that I'd do it all over again maybe. But I could see, so I had to put all this stuff together, but I could see a lot of really good stuff that she did that made a lot of other really good things happen. If people can figure out what I'm talking about. That's
We'll
right.
get it
She
eventually.
yeah, she's an excellent person, I would say.
She is. She's really beautiful.
Yes,
Inside and out.
inside and out, absolutely. And she could, I could get a little upset with her, but then she could smile, and I forgot everything in a flash. Just like she hypnotizes with that smile she got.
Yeah.
And nobody can fight that. And so that makes everything nicer and, kinder, and, it's just more beautiful. We got somebody in our family for everything. We got like AJ. He can do massive amounts of push-ups if you ever need somebody to push a car up a hill or something. He's
I've got to get his
strong.
number.
He is so strong. It's amazing. And his brother too. He is so strong. It's
Nathan.
amazing. Yeah, just amazing. Yeah.
They're strong like their grandpa.
Well, I was strong when I was young, but I don't think it's ever as strong as these guys. These guys are really strong.
So what would you like to say to Uncle Jimmy, your brother, your little baby brother?
Little baby brother. Well, I'm sorry I picked on you so much when you was little, Brother Jim, making you ride that bike all the way down to the beach from the Red Apple Motel clear to Muscle Beach. I remember now. It took a long time, and that was a lot of work to ride that little, rubber chain. It didn't have a real chain. It just had one of them hunks of rubber go around and make it push, And so it was like for a 3-year-old or something. And I got him down now. I don't know whether he is 4 or 5, but that's the only bike we had left, and he had to ride that one all the way to the beach, and I never forgot that, And then falling off the pier, and some kid coming and telling me about that, and it was really high up, like a good floor and a half, and I just didn't even get worried at all, because I knew he was so tough that I just didn't worry, and I just went over and helped him get up, and I knew everything was all right, Anybody else would have got all broken bones, and I would have, but I just didn't worry about him at all ever because he is so strong, so tough, And then I remember one other time him grabbing that big old fat guy. He must have been 300-400 pounds, you know, eating this great big hamburger. And little Jim must have been 2 or 3, and yanking on his jacket, you know. When that guy looked down, seen him yanking on his jacket, you know. Said, "What do you want, little boy?" Something like that. And he said, "Hamburger, hamburger." And
Oh my.
the guy tore off half of his hamburger and gave it to Jimmy. And Jimmy he always had a big stomach on him when he was little because he could get the food so easy, you know.
He was probably so cute.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess we was poor then, you know. None of us knew we were poor, but we were having a blasted life. I remember me and my brothers walking up to like 50, 60 Mexicans sitting out on the beach having a picnic, you know, just women and children, you know. And we just walked up and sit right near the front, you know, where they're handing out the food and stuff like that. And we just sat there waiting for ours, you know. And then finally they give us ours, you know, and that was really cool.
That's nice.
So I got one good thing to say about Mexicans, you know.
Well, that's good. Well, what would
Yeah.
you like to say to Aunt Angie? I know you love her.
Oh, Aunt Angie, wow, she's such a genius, you know. And she always said things to me that were so far reaching, you know. I couldn't understand because it was so complicated. Like she purposely complicated it so she wouldn't hurt my feelings or nothing, and I would understand later when I was away from her or something, you know. But she just so intelligent that you know, she straightened me out in so many different fields, you know. She just got my noggin working right. And she just smart lady, and she knows every song that was ever written in the whole world, I think. You know, she knows them all by just memory, you know. We was counting up one time. We was trying to count up how many songs she knew. And I don't know, we ran out of paper or something, but it just was too many. We got bored with writing up the songs, you know. They were just, seems like thousands and thousands of songs she knew. And she knew all the words to the songs, you know, remembered every word, you know. And that's, to me, that was like a super genius type person, you know. And still is. She's still, you know, she's plenty smart, so, you know, she's gonna outlive me, so that's plenty smart, I think, you know. She just was so loving. She took me into that house and just gave me love, you know, and that's what I needed, you know. And that's what Jesus is all about, love, and God's all about love, and that's what the Bible says. Jesus is love.
Yes,
So,
Jesus is love.
yeah.
So tell us about one of your happiest memories in your life.
Oh,
If you can focus just on one, what is one really happy memory?
boy, there's a lot of...
Or you can
Well,
tell a
I was real
couple.
happy when I got my brother George back up off this cliff that he had to go jump right over with a rope, and that cliff, I don't know if I'm exaggerating, it was dang near half a football field down the cliff, and there was just a sandy area to stand on the top where just was such an angle it was really dangerous. So I dug holes in there, and so he just grabbed that rope. Like, I made him tie a little safety rope around himself. He wouldn't even bother to do that. He was after them birds down there, them falcons, you know.
Oh,
So he got down there and he got him, and then the rope went all slack, and I couldn't feel nothing. It was too long to yell to hear him what he was saying, you know. So eventually I felt a tug on the rope again, and I knew he was still on the rope there someplace, you know. And then he tugged a few more times, you know. We had some kind of plan. He tugged so many times, and I pulled him back up, and so I pulled him back up, and that was one of the happiest times because I got him back up, you know. And I was so scared, you know, because nothing scared him, but it just scared the heck out of me. You know,
The thought of losing him.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh gosh, that was a scary one, all right. But I was so happy that I just got him back up. You know, that was happy, happy. And many more happy times when you think about it. You know,
Yeah.
all of life is pretty much happiness. You know, I mean, it's when you look back at it and you realize what you went through and you made it and whatever, you know, and like bearing children and all that, you know, the problems you women go through with all that, and you finally got that child out here on the planet, and you're so happy about that, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
those are super happy times on life, you know.
They are.
Every child that got born was, you know, so everybody's so happy about that, you know. And then little Wendy bring us all back together, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the very thing to be super happy about, you know. Getting Debbie back, and it's just all so amazing the way it happened, you know. And at the end, it's been my best time for everybody to know, because you all been so nice and helpful and sweet and kind and all the good stuff. You all been all of that, and I really appreciate that immensely. You know, that's the way it is. What else?
What else?
Reporter?
Reporter, let's see. So is there one thought that you want to leave everyone with? One thought or one thing that you learned in life that you can share with other people? One really
Yeah, I
good
learned
lesson.
for sure, for positive sure, that there's a God, and
Mm-hmm.
that He actually got a son named Jesus, and that we're really supposed to go through Jesus to God, and that's how we get to heaven. And that's the most important thing I learned, you know. Period. That's it. And that this earth is, you know, just a temporary place we stay in, and not to get too upset about things that happen here, because there's all eternity on the other side, you know, and it's just super beautiful. And, life is super beautiful, even the broken legs and all the rest of it, you know, hurts and painfuls and all the things, but it's still really beautiful, you know. And just got to remember that God made it all possible, and this is His story, and we're just like actors here.